Is this okay? Let's see. Checking some mic levels. We're gonna get started in about 2 seconds. This is one of my favorite types of videos to make when we're talking about the software, where we're talking about the technology, and because it allows me to put in a bit of some opinion in there, but also it gives me the opportunity to really share with you where you can cut some costs. So this is about real estate lead generation. It's about the software that I use. I'm going to give you some recommendations on the software that is being used right now, but I'm also going to give you recommendations on if you can't afford or are not willing to spend in a certain software. I can give you some clues on where to shave off some of those corners so you don't have to invest a lot of money in your tech plays. So your tech stack does not have to cost hundreds of dollars every single month. There's several key elements that you're absolutely going to need in order to do some real estate lead generation, but this way you have an understanding of what it can be. So if you, as you're coming in, let me know if the audio is coming in okay. I understand that sometimes the audio gets a little bit funky away from us, so I think this should be fine. All right, so there might be a little bit of a hum, so I need to take care of that here shortly. All right, so let's get started. We're not going to spend too much time in the introduction, so we're talking about the software that you're going to need for real estate lead generation. So this is the tech deck. This is the elements that you can use in your business to do real estate lead generation at a high level. So we're not talking about just doing onesie twosies. It's really amplifying what you're doing in your business. So let's get going. All right, so let me share my screen right here. And as you can see, we are right off the bat, when we're talking about real estate lead generation, well, a lot of us are going to be running ads. So I have Facebook here. So from an organic standpoint, you can generate leads from your personal profile. It absolutely is possible. You can generate leads from your Facebook groups, from your Facebook pages. So there's so many different ways, creative ways to generate real estate leads from Facebook. As another example, Google, Facebook Marketplace. There's a big strategy that is that's been really was adopted by this channel, and you're gonna see that in the channel a few months back. So you see exactly how to do that. So from a organic side and from a paid side, Facebook is a fantastic place for real estate lead generation. All right, so we have somebody here. All right, so sounds good. Hey, thanks so much. Warren, audio is good. Alex, audio is good for me. I appreciate y'all being here. All right, so from that standpoint, we are good to go. So Facebook, again, it's one of the big drivers, one of the biggest ways that you can bring in traffic and bring in leads to your business. Now, the second one is Google Ads. So Google Ads is something that will amplify your business once you have some key elements that you're going to see actually here in the tech deck and the tech stack, where if you have your landing pages correctly, if you have your squeeze pages done right, if you have your website done right, then you can really amplify your results using Google Ads, because it drives some paid traffic to the service, to the product, to whatever it is that you're doing. So if you're in real estate, then you need a really high converting landing page that's going to turn those eyeballs that you get from Google Ads, because that is not cheap. It's not inexpensive to do, to drive traffic to your landing pages. Bum, bum, bum. All right, so hey, I liked that done for you service template posting service you were showing yesterday. I would like to see if there are more like it or a way to create your own. Yeah, no, such a great question. We'll actually talk about that in this. We'll actually talk about that in this particular video. So this is talking about the software for real estate lead generation, and I'll pause whenever we get to that part. So that's a great question. Now, Google is, notice that I highlight Google Ads because that's the paid side, but you can also do some organic ways to generate real estate leads. As an example, every single one of you needs to have your Google My Business profile up. So Google My Business is something that you as a business owner need to claim from Google, because it's made available to you for free. It's a great way for you to index your business and really amplify your business in that way. the last thing that I'll say about Google, and then we can move on, is that Google has a new feature or newer feature that's called Google Locals. So that is where your Google, you have to apply, you have to be approved, and people will it's your business that it I think it takes in the reviews into consideration, it takes in what you do into consideration, it takes in where you specifically work. So whenever somebody types in, let's say, Seattle, Dallas real estate agent, then it's going to have the neighborhood realtors, the local realtors there. So that's something that you do have to qualify for or apply for and be eligible for, but that's something else, another way that you can leverage Google. Now that is paid, by the way, so just be aware of that. All right, so let's get going. YouTube. I highlight YouTube ads because that was just the trend here. We have Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, and this is actually the last part of the paid advertising that we're going to talk about for lead generation, but YouTube ads is still underutilized right now. It is a great way for you to get in front of the key people that you want to get in front of. But beyond that, even beyond the YouTube ads, as you know, I'm a huge advocate for YouTube, and YouTube real estate lead generation is on fire right now. So you don't have to go into the YouTube ads if you don't want to. YouTube, the organic YouTube, is absolutely something that is really, really hot right now. So I encourage you to really dig into that because it's worth it. Just realized that my lighting is off. Sorry about that. Well, let's fix it on the fly, right? Yeah, let's not, because I can't reach that. What if we do this? Yeah. Well, that got worse. All right, so we're going to keep going. Here we go. All right, so this is the software that was being referenced by the comment earlier. So Describe. This is a software that allows you to do so many different things. So Describe actually makes Facebook advertising even easier than what you see on this channel. So this is something that all you have to do is have 3 clicks. So just make 3 clicks and you've launched an ad. So whenever you connect Describe to Facebook, so you would need to connect the two, this will already use some highly, highly, highly effective Facebook ad copies that you don't have to create and will automatically launch the ad for you. So you don't have to worry about targeting, you don't have to worry about placements, you don't have to worry about anything else, and it'll actually launch the ads for you. Now, full disclosure, this is a company that I have an interest in, full disclosure, and this is also a company that you may find some familiar ad copy on there. So that is something that if you, as you see the results on this channel, it's something that really I've been working with the developers, and the actual ad copy is from yours truly. So this is something I have a vested interest in, and yes, that does mean ownership. So just want to give you the full disclosure on that, but I don't necessarily align with anybody or anything that is not something that I don't believe in. So this is one that I saw enough value in that I became a vested owner in the company. So just full disclosure, it does give you the ability to do that one-click posting and launching your ads, but beyond that, it does have social media components, meaning you can have your entire social media done for you instantly, basically. So you have over 400 content pieces, which again, many of those were curated by yours truly. So those effective strategies that you've seen on this channel where there's posts for engagement, and this was in reference to the video from yesterday, so I encourage you to check that out as well. As was commented, it allows you to create social media for engagement. It allows you to create social media for education, and it allows you to create social media for prospecting. So those are the 3 elements that this actually does for you. It's just a one click and you're done. So if you want to give this a try, everything is going to be linked down below, but also give it a 7-day run. If you don't like it, cancel it. I mean, it's really, you don't have to cancel because we don't collect the credit card up front. However, it is something that is going to be very, very instrumental in your business as you're trying to gain back your time and only use something that works. So anyway, this is more about the software, but we're not going to get too mired down on it. When we're talking about real estate lead generation, we have to reach out to the masses instantly. And it means we need to, as soon as we get a lead, we need to connect with them either via phone, via email, or via text, ideally all together. So email, text, and phone. Now the email component can be something done through a service like Aweber, which is an email autoresponder. But you can also use some different software like Constant Contact. That is also a very robust email autoresponder. So those are the two that I would personally endorse. I personally use Aweber, and if I was not using Aweber, I would be using Constant Contact. The reason that Aweber won me over was because it was inexpensive, and also you get a free account whenever you start. So if you have less than 500 users, you can sign up to Aweber and you never have to pay. You get all of the features that a paid account gives you. Like my paid account at this point costs a lot of money, but the 500 users, if that's all you have in your database, that's perfectly okay. This gives you access to a free email autoresponder without having to pay for it, with all of the features. So if you use the link down below, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, we have to talk about real estate CRMs. So we all have heard that question before. We've all had the question before. What's the best real estate CRM? For my money, it's KV Core. Now, when I say for my money, I mean I don't have to pay retail price because I'm with EXP, and that's already included in the $85 a month monthly fee. However, if I wasn't with EXP, then I do see enough value to actually sign up for KV Core from a retail component. I can't give you an exact price because they do a quote-based system. So I can tell you it's going to be hundreds of dollars every single month. However, it is worth it with all of the features. And I have a lot of videos here that show you how to do that. With that understanding, though, I'm only highlighting KV Core to introduce the topic of real estate CRMs. If you do not want to go down this route, there are more cost-effective solutions out there. The one that I highly endorse is Realty Juggler. Realty Juggler, for my money, is the best system out there because it's inexpensive and it has a lot of the key elements that you absolutely need. A lot of you know that I had a public divorce with LionDesk. I used to be a LionDesk really huge advocate, but just the unreliability far exceeded the low cost that it came with. So I do not endorse LionDesk. I endorse Realty Juggler, even though I've never met the owners or the executive team in Realty Juggler like I had with LionDesk. So just giving you a heads up on that. Real estate CRMs, those are important because it will give you a centralized place to bring your business. So you always have control of what's going on. I'm going to take your Facebook marketing class, says Alex. Great, Alex. No, I appreciate that. Oh, here they are. Here are the comments. I'm sorry. Let's go back. I want to acknowledge people. Sounds great. Awesome. Warren, I appreciate you. It's early for you out there. Appreciate you being here. Alex, good morning. Audio is good. And then, hey, I liked that done for you service templates, posting service you were showing yesterday. I would like to see if there are more like it or a way to create your own. It would cost too much money to go out and create your own, so that's why I became an owner in this company. But so we're continuing to add, and right now we have a very low cost per month, which you're not going to be able to hire a VA to do this. You're not going to be able to find social media packs that are as impactful as our social media, and you're not going to find something easier. So for the money that you're spending, which at the time of this recording is about $30 a month, you're not going to find a better deal. I'm going to take your Facebook marketing class. Hey, I appreciate you. I tested it and it worked. Great. Good morning. Thank you. Julius, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning. I appreciate y'all. All right, so that's a bit more about the real estate CRMs. Now let's talk about specific actions. Twilio. Twilio, I think, is the correct way of saying it. So this is how you text individuals. And it's expanded beyond just texting, but this is the preferred for texting. If you wanted to have a software that texts people and you are only looking for that feature, then this is the one that I would endorse. That's something that you, if you're looking for that functionality, you can use this one. You can also use some less expensive ones. I don't happen to have their name offhand because for my texting, I use other services because like KB Core, it does texting. So for the limited texting that I do with certain people, I do KB Core, Twilio. If I did not have that functionality with KB Core, I would use Twilio. And for my clients, most of them are KB Core based, so we use texting through there. So very rarely will we come over to Twilio unless it's somebody that does not have that feature. We'll come over to Twilio and get that set up for them. All right, so Drop Cowboy. A lot of you are doing ringless voicemails, even though I'm not the biggest fan of that. I do see where it could make sense to do ringless voicemail, where meaning you record a message and you broadcast it to 10,000 people, and immediately goes to voicemail. So we've all received them. This is Drop Cowboy, the one that I would endorse in that regard. There are other services out there. I believe one's actually called Voicemail Drop, so they were the first people to the game, and they'll work fine. But this one, for my money, is the most cost effective. Now, Zapier, every single one of you needs to have a Zapier account. Zapier is the huge connector. Zapier is the global connector, the leading connector in the connection space, I guess. So this allows you to automate so many different tasks. So to give you an example, I have Trello connected with my Google Sheets. Whenever I do something on Google Sheets, it'll automatically update my Trello, so my virtual assistants can get notified and get to work on several elements. I have different, what else do I have? I mean, I have so many. I have Facebook ads sending emails out automatically. I have Facebook ads, it directly importing into KV Core, into different CRMs, landing pages into the CRMs, landing pages into spreadsheets. There's so many different things that you can do. Zapier is the leader. Now, if you're looking for a real estate specific connector, like if you're talking about connecting the MLS to something else, or what comes through the MLS, connecting it to another real estate feature, then I do recommend API Nation. API Nation is actually the one that KV Core globally partners with. So that's what KV Core is, a real estate CRM. Facebook is Facebook. And then API Nation becomes that connector. So they have a partnership with KV Core. So KV Core users are able to use that API Nation connection for free. So they don't have to come and get Zapier. But if you don't have that, then Zapier would be the global. I have the enterprise account here, and although it can get expensive, it's a lot more expensive having to do all of the automations by hand. All right, what else do we have here? You familiar with Nosy Neighbor? Trying to find any video about it in generating leads. You know, I saw that they connected with EXP and KV Core, but I don't have much data on that. I thought it interesting, but I don't have any data on Nosy Neighbor, but I do know what you're referencing for sure. Keywords Everywhere. Keywords Everywhere is just a very good way, very succinct way to do some research. It allows me to see what search volume is happening all over the internet, so I can just flip this on and type in anything that I want, and I'm going to get some search results. I'm going to get the competition score, and I'm also going to get the cost per click. So it allows me to see if it's worth making a video about a certain topic, if it's worth me advertising to a certain keyword when I'm advertising on YouTube, when I'm advertising on Google. and whenever I'm advertising anywhere. So it gives me that opportunity. TubeBuddy, this was going to help you grow your YouTube channel. It just is. There's different elements that you can do here. There's A/B split testing. There is keyword research. There is so many different ways that you can quickly analyze what's going on in the YouTube space and translate that into your YouTube channel. So I'm not going to get too much into this. It's a free plugin for your channel, but there's also paid plugins if you like to go there. And the competitor to TubeBuddy is vidIQ. vidIQ is fine. I do like certain elements of it. However, I'm not a I have gone through the pro plan on vidIQ as well. I just didn't like it as much. All right, so for those of you that are talking about websites, real estate websites, Income is my preferred real estate website. So it's a specific real estate website. This, for my money, has great templates. This, for my money, has a great IDX integration, which for those of you that have never done an IDX integration on your own, count your blessings if your brokerage already does that, because I know how difficult it is. So it is something that they make it affordable. They make it affordable. So for you to have a really, really good website, it's not going to cost you all that much for what it could be. So you get the templates, you get the IDX connection, you get something very functional and elegant for your users to use. So Income is the one that I would use. Now this one, I do have a discount code down below, or I will once I get through the recording here. So make sure that you check that out because they'll treat you right. Yeah, so Income, what was I gonna say about that? Yeah, that's right. So there's different levels, or there's different types of online presence. So this is a website, traditional website that you would think of, but you can also do a WordPress website. WordPress is the most adopted and the most widely used form of websites out there. Now, there is a longer learning curve. However, it's worth learning WordPress. My website, JaimeResendiz.com, is actually now on a WordPress website. It wasn't always, but I have gone there. If you're looking for a little more friendly or a more friendly website creator, then you can use a website creator like Squarespace or Wix. Those are phenomenal platforms for you to just do plug and play. Just put whatever features you want on your website and you're off to the races. There's just so many different ways for you to create a website. Now that's specifically speaking about a website. You can do something like this that's real estate based that will actually generate you leads, or you can do the WordPress website that you can start with from a template as well and then build it how you want. You are going to have to do the IDX integration yourself, but that is if you want the IDX integration. Squarespace, same thing. All right, so now we're talking about the actual landing pages. We referenced landing pages back when we were talking about paid advertising through Google ads and YouTube ads. However, now let's talk about landing pages, because landing pages are nothing more than single pages, but they're websites. They're websites. So landing pages are designed to be more targeted than your traditional website. So whenever you have a message, whenever you make an offer on your ads, you're going to drive people directly to a landing page that is very simplistic, that is straight to the point. Either it's going to do the sale for you or it's going to collect the contact information. Those are the two action items that you want from your website. So this is the one that I would endorse. Builderall, that's the one that I'm moving my business to at the moment. I am no longer an advocate of ClickFunnels. I think ClickFunnels is I think it's an okay software from a software perspective, but I think ClickFunnels, well, I have a video coming out on why I left ClickFunnels here. I think it's next week. So I am not going to talk about that software anymore, but Builderall, for my money, for the functionality, for what you get, that's where I would go with landing pages by far. And that's actually, we're in the process of making that full migration over with my team and I. All right, so talking about how to get a team, or talking about getting people to work with you, we understand that you can hire somebody locally. We understand that you can hire them on a contract basis, so a 1099 basis, or you can hire them on a W-2 position where you're paying for their insurance, you're paying for unemployment, you're paying for all that fun stuff. However, there is a different way. You can do what's called virtual assistance. So you can get help from individuals that are not necessarily local, that are virtual. And this is, for my money, the best place to find people to work with you. So I have my editor from here. I have my designer from here. I have my personal assistant from here. I have gotten so much support from this website. I like the model because you just have to pay per month and you can post your jobs, hire the individuals that you want to hire, and then cancel the service. There's no continual charging per hour. So there's not an override between the difference. This just gives you access to the worker pool or the virtual assistant pool, and then you cancel the service. I think it's like $60 or something. So if you use the link down below, full disclosure, most of these are going to be affiliates. Not all of them, but most of them are, just so you're aware. And this one, I think, does have an affiliate. I don't remember because obviously I'm not making much off of it anyway. So if I knew it, then yeah, I'd tell you, yeah, please use it. If I was making money, yeah, I would absolutely be pushing it. But here it's just for a service, so you know that that's happening. Now, again, so this is a great place to do it. And now some competitors, so again, I just want to introduce the concept of virtual assistants. The competitors are common ones that you probably have heard of before. The Fivers of the world, so Fiverr, Fiverr. And then you also have Upwork. So Upwork is another place. I've used both of those successfully. Nothing wrong with them. The difference is that there, you're paying a premium every time something happens, per hour or per gig, if you will. But here, that's not the case. This is a monthly service. You can buy templates from Envato Market for WordPress websites 100%. 100%, Alex. Was your website created in income? Before I came to EXP, it absolutely was. Before I came to EXP, it absolutely was. That's how I have experience in connecting the IDX and all that fun stuff. But when I joined EXP, KV Core already creates the website for you. So KV Core, my website is already there. So it's jaimeresendiz.exprealty.com, and and that's my KV Core website. But my branded website, my website that provides all the services and how I work with real estate agents, that's jaimeresendiz.com, and that's on a WordPress website. It's a great question. All right, so, oh no, I X'd out instead of, there we go. So this is the other service that I wanted to highlight. This allows you to create videos, templated videos. So you can kind of see what's going on here. It might play or it might not. But this is a way for you to create videos instantly. This takes less than 10 minutes for you to create videos, whether you're trying to create a story, whether you're trying to create a ad, whether you're trying to create a YouTube video. I have high ranking YouTube videos that I produced out of here alone. It's very ironic that I was about to say that without ever showing my face, and my camera turns off. So without ever showing my face, by the way. So this is a great way for you to create those ads, great way to create engaging content. Now, this does take you coming in here and using the royalty-free video, the royalty-free music, the royalty-free images, but the templates are pretty dynamic and pretty spot on. And then Zoom, as we know, so with real estate leads at this point, a lot of the conversations that we're having is via Zoom. So Zoom, it's a free platform if you're not involving more than 2 individuals, but once you start having mass meetings, if you will, or you have trying to coordinate different people specific for real estate. So if you're trying to have your lender on the same buyer consultation, or if you're trying to do whatever with multiple agents or multiple clients at one time, if you're running buyer seminars, seller seminars, then Zoom is the preferred at this point. It's something that really, really is helpful. All right, so the technology that you're seeing right here, what you're actually seeing is, you can't see the back end, but I am using Ecamm this is something that allows me to broadcast to you and allows me to do that functionality. So if I want to just go straight to my face again, then I just do that switch. Now, if I want to share my screen again, I just click there. If I want to go off screen for whatever reason, I click there, come back on. So this allows me to do this live streaming video production. Note, this is only for Macs at the moment. I don't know if they're ever going to go to PC, but just know that this is only for Macs. For the PC users out there, if you're interested in something like this as you're going live and broadcasting, then the PC is going to, then the OBS, Open Broadcasting System, OBS, is what you can use. That's a platform that you can use. Now, what you're seeing on the screen right now and how you're seeing it is through Restream. Restream is what I use to actually push out to multiple places. Now, Ecamm, I can go straight to YouTube and I can go straight to Facebook, but I can't go straight to both. So that's the quote-unquote limitation. I like to amplify it and do my lives in multiple places at once. And Restream allows me to do that. So that's what you're seeing back here. I could do the entire video production from here, but I don't want to. I need Ecamm to do this production, if you will, but I need Restream to just go out there and amplify it. So some competitors to Restream, just so you're aware, is StreamYard. StreamYard is actually, I believe, a little bit longer. So this is a technology stack. As again, we were talking about real estate lead generation. This is a technology stack as you see it right now. As things change, I'll continue to update you because I do continually test out new software, new ways to do things. But if you ever have any questions about how this connects with this or how to connect this to this, then feel free to direct message me on Instagram or leave a comment down below. I'd love to help you with your technology plays because, again, you can use anything that you want here. However, the key is to achieve what it is that you're trying to achieve without breaking the bank. So I'm not trying to get you to spend thousands of dollars like I do every single month in the tech stack. It's just more giving you different ways to start thinking on how to automate your business and scale it in that same way. All right, folks. Well, it's been a fantastic time with you. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them down below. Leave a like on the way out, and I'll see you on Monday.